We have been present in the market since 2002, so it's almost 10 years. First few years we have spent our energies and our investments into the R&D, building a platform which is CRMnext platform. And for the last 7 years or so, we have been in the go-to-the-market strategy. Of course, we have focused largely into the enterprise space, whereby anything plus 1,000 seats plus CRM requirements, we have aggressively pitched in, tried to be part of that decision-making process in most of the deals. The journey has been good so far. We had our today the SDFC Bank is the biggest client, which is one of the biggest implementation in the Asia Pacific markets till date on a one single platform CRM with some 38,000 users on our SDFC platform, and which is an end-to-end CRM for the bank of that size. It's one of the most scalable CRM system in the industry and a benchmark, and in fact we won the Celent Model Award last year in 2012 on SDFC success story. Apart from that, we have most of the thought leaders in the industry. So you talk about Reliance Groups or Reliance Mutual Fund, for example, UTI Mutual Fund, Tata Insurance, which is Tata AI joint venture. Apart from that, Max New York Life, India Infoline. Of course, Max New York is no more Max New York; it is Max Life Insurance. And we have Bajaj Auto Finance, right? The CRISIL. They are some of our few customers in the BFSI segment, or for that matter, outside BFSI segment. So we have companies like Pfizer, who are our customers, right? And apart from that, we also have Reliance in the media company, for example, the Reliance Big FM as our customers. So there's fairly large traction we have, and a fairly large market share we have, and especially in the plus 1,000 seats customers. This is what the CRMnext is all about. In terms of our go-to-market strategy, from last year onwards, we have started moving into two directions. One is to create a viable partner model in terms of tying up with large SI partners. So the UTI Mutual Fund, which I talked about, has been won along with TCS, right? So that was an SI partnership with TCS. Apart from that, we have also started going outside India, and we have got our customers in the international markets now coming in and rolling in. So a lot of traction happening in outside India markets. Our first phase of go-to-international market strategy has been focused on the Asia Pacific and all the Middle East Africa markets. So we already have our first customer from Uganda, right, the Housing Finance Bank, and we also have our first customer from Indonesia. Right. And of course there's a lot of traction. So this year we do feel we'll have much larger market share from the international also, and we'll also have built up a large traction and our interactions with the large SI players like IBM and Wipro and Mahindra Satyam, for that matter. So that's where we are as far as the introduction of the company is. R&D and development is based out of Noida. So over here we have plus 120, 30 at the moment, close to that number. We are developing very fast, so we have already crossed 200 people manpower in the split between two offices, which is Bombay office and the Noida office. We do see the kind of response we are getting to the market and the kind of projects we already have in hand that will cross this number to close to 300 people by the end of this year itself. As of now, no, but in the long-term plan, as a part of our expansion plan, we will open up an offices over there. For example, the locations we will decide as per the convenience or also the requirement of what kind of customer base in which region. But logically speaking, we may possibly will have an office in Dubai to begin with, and we are doing we see a potential in the Southeast Asia market, especially in Philippines and Indonesian markets, right? So either of the two locations we may open up an office depending on what the kind of response we do get from the market. And so this year we are hoping by the end of this year, most probably we'll also have direct presence in these three countries what I mentioned just now. Apart from that, we operate currently through channel partners, right? So it's not that my customers who would be on board today would be left alone in terms of support. There are two things to it on the support. One, of course, the channel partners are already tied up, so we have partners in both in the Middle East region, for example, in UAE, or for that matter in Saudi Arabia, or for that matter in Kenya, right? Similarly, we also have partners in Indonesia and Philippines, right, who are basically on board and trained in terms of doing a first level of support. And the other thing is that in today's virtual world, actually you can support from anywhere. You don't need to be physically present in every country, in every location. For example, the Uganda customer is supported from here also, directly from Noida, such center, so Noida support center as such. So that's where we are on the support. But yes, as part of our expansion plan, we'll be closer to our customers as we get enough market share from those regions. No, Bombay is not R&D. R&D is only in Noida. Bombay is an engagement services and a sales office, right? So what we do in Bombay, since we have large clients in India specifically based out of Bombay, so the support, local support is managed from Bombay in level 2 or level 3 support. And apart from that, the project executions of team, which is engagement teams, will also managed from Bombay office, right? And these are I think the one thing which I must mention to you when I say engagement team. Now these are the team members who are non-programmers. So these are the people who are basically a combination of engineering and MBA, but not programmers as such. So the approach we do implementation is in terms of a practice-led approach, right? Whereby this engagement team members are business analysts, right? And the product we have created so far, and I think some of the USP of the product is that it's a codeless application. So we do almost 90 to 95% implementations which are codeless. So therefore, you do not need engineers specifically to implement these systems, right? So that's the success story we have so far. Absolutely, to that similar extent, right? Whereby, even if you are a non-technical background person, you can easily understand it's a GUI-based application. A lot of features can be configured, a lot of fields can be added, layouts can be created. To an extent that we also do integrations, which is, most of the other products you will find that would have coding, programming, and writing and integrating. We do not do that. So the mashups is what we use, and there's a pattern-based integration points we use. And mashup, we were one of the early adopters of the mashup technology, right? Though, yes, it has been buzzword today, but we adopted it almost 10 years back when we started the product design. So those are the kind of technologies we bring to the value chain in terms of our delivery to our customers. So what it does is 2-3 things. One is that it creates implementation which is with minimum codes. So I'm not saying it's a zero code. So but if I can reduce the percentage to anything between 5% on a business application like this, then it's a great achievement. Apart from that, what the customer gets value is that his CRM as such is always perpetual in terms of the current version. So he's always upgraded seamlessly without any downtimes as such, without any risk of business downtime also to large extent. And that's how we do it. And so today all our customers will be always running on the latest version of the product base as such. We are a single product company, so we firmly believe that if you are in a product game, you need to be focused on what you are trying to do. So the product is same, the version is same. So it's an end-to-end CRM which takes care of your lead management to the customer service and the marketing, of course, with an inbuilt document management and analytics tool into it. Apart from that, what we do is that we cover around 8 verticals, right, within the domain of CRM. So when I say the banking, financial services, insurance, mutual funds, right, the pharmaceuticals, apart from that media, right, these are the few verticals which we address to. So we firmly believe that unless we understand the domain of the business, right, it's difficult to deliver value back to a customer. You can always have a product which can adopt to any industry, right? That's the way we have also done it. But I think the practice we bring is of these 8 domains, and that's the reason I said we believe in the practice-led implementations, whereby we can deliver back the value, we can get the best practices of the industry, based on our own research or based on our experience with other customers, and then deliver the end-to-end CRM, whereby ensuring that we do not remain a single problem solution company or a single problem solution product. Instead, we should be able to address all pain areas of a customer business rather than just addressing one particular problem with the CRM. And that's what the differentiating factor in our practices. Of course, that's I think interesting question, and I have a very interesting answer to that. Is that okay? Delivery model is you can own this anyway. We work on a 3D model, which is called in fact the rule of thumb we believe every customer should do is that does test the application on this 3 dimensions of any product. The 3 dimensions are: does the application, can a customer own the application whichever way he wants, what he wants in a virtual cloud, he wants in a public cloud, or he wants cloud in a box, right? So either of these modules we offer all 3, right? Apart from that, in terms of devices, the application runs on any kind of device, so be it laptops or computers, of course. Apart from that, any kind of tablets, any kind of mobile device. So it's independent of the devices. So that's the freedom that we offer to the customer. So it's not restricting. You can only use X device or Y device. So apart from that, it should have depth to adopt to all the business processes which are of current nature and also which could be futuristic. So just to give you a perspective, today CRM is in a scenario where if you look at the history of CRM as such, there has been a lot of great success stories, but there have been a lot of failed stories also. So, and the reason for failed story is not the features which have failed them, right? It's the capability of the platform which has failed them. So customer requirement, when I'm talking about customer, not my customer's customer, keeps changing and the market is dynamic, right? However, if the product cannot adopt to those changes over a period of time, without writing codes, or for that matter getting a new application or buying a new module, then the challenges come, and then you normally end up either replacing it with another application, or you decide, okay, enough, I've invested enough, I should not do anything, and then you make your customer suffer in the process. Over here, what we bring is, in terms of this 3D test, we also bring in the depth, the device capability, and anyway. Yeah, licensing numbers are dependent on which model you want to go. So it could be user-based or it could be any other method, right? Because subscription-based.
And it can be subscription.
Yeah, it can be subscription-based. So depending on what model you want to adopt. And when I say all this, and we are the only company who provides all these 3 dimensions which I mentioned to you just now with a single version of the code. So if you look at the other CRM players in the industry, most of them either would have a limitation of saying, I can only offer you on-premise, I cannot give you on cloud, or you will say, I can only offer on cloud, I cannot give you on-premise. Right? And if there is anybody who says I can do both, he then tells me, okay, for on-premise I have an X version, and for in cloud I have Y version. So there are 2 different products on an offering. So you have to select a product and then decide which approach. Whereas what we are saying is, my product is the same. It's the choice should be with customer. Why should I dictate that which method you should buy with, and why should I dictate which hardware you have to use it for? So all those flexibilities we bring in as a unique offering. And to our knowledge, to the best of our knowledge, I don't think so anybody else has this offering as of now. Though yes, we are aware that competition companies working on that area, but they've yet to reach that stage of claiming they can do it. So that's the differential factors we bring.